What's good, yo? Custom J Sauce back at it again, and today it is finally here, the series finale of my ranking of the agents in Valorant. Okay, got through all 7, so let's get it done from the bottom to the top. Coming in at number 7 is Brimstone, last place. That's because of his utilities. So let's take a look at why his utilities are just so bad. So we got his stim pack, and as you saw in the other videos, all it does is just increase the fire rate by just a little bit. It's like even hard to tell, and there's like only certain scenarios where you would need a higher fire rate to do anything better, such as getting through Sage's wall. Next we got his molly. It's decent, but you only get one shot of it, and that's it. His best thing though is probably his sky smokes. Those are pretty nice. You can do all 3 at a time, right click, and boom, there they are across the map. His ultimate is decent, but it takes a second to come down. Otherwise I would rate him number 6. Does do decent damage, but still it's not really the best. And the thing about all the heroes in Valorant is that the reason you choose a certain hero is because of their abilities. So if somebody's abilities aren't good, why would you use them? And that's why I don't really use Brimstone or encourage people to use them, just because his abilities are just so trash. So just put it there. I mean, like I said, the stim beacon doesn't do anything. I mean, only time it would work is with Sage's ice wall to get through it. And even then, you can still get it through plenty fast with some teammates. And his molly doesn't do anything. I mean, what's the point of it? His sky smokes, I will give it to him. They are really good. The best smoke in the game, if you ask me. But his ultimate, I think if his ultimate just came down instantly, like that, like the second you called it in, boom, it's down. But if you notice, it takes a little bit of while for it to come down. And that's why I don't really like it too much. But if it did come down right away, oh yeah, I think it'd be really good, because you saw how much damage it'd do. So maybe you never know. Maybe they'll buff him or change some things about him in the future. But that's why I have him at number 7, at the last agent in Valorant. So moving on to number 6, we have Viper. Again, she's kind of low because of her abilities again. So let's take a look at her abilities. We got the snake bite. First off, just a little chemical poison. It even damages herself. I mean, like, what's the point of that? Next we have her poison cloud. All it is just a cloud of poison. It doesn't even do healing like Phoenix. If it did healing like Phoenix, she'd be way further up in the rankings, but it doesn't. And then her wall, all it does is just shoot it across and you can call up a wall. That's it. I mean, Phoenix has it, and Phoenix's wall can curve and it heals them, but this one doesn't do anything. Her best thing by far of her is her ultimate, and that's the only reason why she's in front of Brimstone, because her ultimate is so good when playing the objective on attack or defense. If you kill the spike carrier, just covers the whole entire area with her gas, and that right there, that is really cheesy, really cheesy. But only bad thing is you have to stay inside the smoke, but that's alright. I mean, still, it's a really good ability. So that's why she's on number 6. As you can see though in some of these clips, the abilities, they help you out, yes they do. But the guns are crucial to learn how to use them. Their recoil, such as the Vandal. Vandal has extreme recoil, but if you can pick one of the Vandals up, one of the operators up, and use them efficiently, then your abilities will just complement you by far. So make sure you got your guns and your aim down pat before you really focus on your character or your main, whoever you want to use. You want to use Viper, you want to use Brimstone, make sure you know how to use the Vandal, the operator efficiently, so that you can still get kills, and your abilities, they will grow and they will help you to get those kills. And make sure you know which guns you like and which guns you don't like. Bulldog I don't like, but here I use it to an extent until I switch over to my knife. get a little something. So yes, just make sure you know which guns you like and which guns you don't like. Coming in number 5 is Phoenix. Yes, very decent agent because of his abilities. His abilities are actually good. Let's look at them. First up, we got his firewall, and guess what? It does healing, which is really good. But that's not all it does. If you hold F and use your crosshair to turn, it curves for you, which is really good in an open situation to get extra cover. Next, we got his flashes. We got right, and we got left around walls. They're good, but you gotta kind of time them. Next, we got his fireball. You throw it, left click, far away, and guess what? It does healing as well. Not as much as the wall though. His right click on the fireball just kind of tosses it up in the air and throws it in front of him.
Come on, let's go!
Fireball is decent. His ultimate, run it back, is pretty good as well. You press X on the spot you want to do it at, and guess what? Even if you die, you go back to the same spot you were before, and you get full 100 health as well. So his ultimate, one of the better ones in the game. So up here, I'm gonna use my flash right, blind him, but I suck at the game, so I whiff. But somehow, I'm still able to clutch up and get the kills. The only bad thing with his flashes is you gotta make sure how to use them. You can't be too close to the wall or too far back, otherwise it'll hit the wall, or you'll peek too early and it'll flash you instead, which is kind of bad because then the enemies, they'll shoot you and you don't know what's going on. So make sure you know how to use his flashes before you start using them. But he's a very overall balanced character, if you ask me. He has 2 healing abilities, which makes him one of the better ones as well. I would have put him up higher, but I don't really care too much to play with him a whole lot. His ultimate's good, but then again, there are some drawbacks to him. But one of the higher tier players, I will say so. Coming in at number 4, we have Jet. And to be honest, right in the middle, she's really good. She has some of the better abilities if you know how to combo up on them. That's the main point, combo up. So first, let's look at the first one. We got our smoke. Just press F, but the good thing is, if you hold F and curve it, you curve it in the direction you want to, just like Phoenix's firewall. Not bad. The second one, we have updraft. He just gets her high in the air. And the good thing is, if you combo those things, it's really good. And if you hold space, you just float down. Next, we got her H ability, goes in the direction that you're moving. Let's combo these up real quick. Boom. Very nice. Her ultimate is good. Her throwing knives. 2 hit or a 1 hit to the chest. I can't remember, but it does the same amount of damage as an operator, which is really good. So yeah, that's one. Not bad at all for her. And the best thing to use with her is her movement, her mobility. Combo up. Right here, you go up, and you go forward. Use her ultimate. Boom. Get him. Make sure whenever you use your abilities to use them together. Her abilities are supposed to be used together. And it gets you on higher ground like this one.
From range,
Right there. Get you a nice high ground. So yeah. I feel like she's right at number 4. She's really good. Really balanced. It's one of my better plays with her actually. I almost get an ace with her, but sadly I don't. Very close to it though. So up here, I'm gonna throw my smokes up in here. All of them.
Yes,
Why waste? And I combo up, go up into the front. There's 1 and there's 2.
That's how we do it.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey, and we get the defuse. So yeah, Jet, very balanced, high up there. Coming in at number 3 is Cypher. Cypher is really good because of his defensive capabilities, how he can lock down an objective. So let's see why his abilities are so good that way. First up, we have his tripwire. You put it between 2 walls, And for enemies, it becomes invisible, and the only way you can hear it is you get real close to it. Next, we have his little cage, and these two, you put them together, so when they get trapped in there, you throw your cage up so they can't see anybody, and then you shoot them from a distance. Next, we have his camera. It's really good, a remote control cameras, because so you can see it from wherever on the map. And if you left click on it, it fires a little recon bolt onto the person. Next, we have his ultimate, but you need a dead person to be able to do that. And what it does, it uploads to everybody on your team the location of any alive agents left on the other team, which is really good. And also, he can grab all of his stuff from distance. And a little bad op hit from a flash. It's not bad. And he's really good at flanking around, because his tripwire, it'll hold its own angle, so to speak. So if you put your tripwire down, you can go to the other side of the map, and it'll tell you and show you if somebody gets caught in it or if somebody destroys it. So that's how you know if people are close by. You can just use that. So he's really good at defense, not so much attacking. Granted, he does have some benefits to attacking. Put it behind you so nobody can flank behind you. Number 2 we have here is Silva, the number 2 spot. Runner upper to number 1, but Silva, very decent, very balanced because of, guess what, his abilities. So first off, we got his drone. Alright, get behind a wall, press left button, and boom, you got his drone. He can go out and do the scanning and the searching for you. He can peek your corners for you so that you don't have to lose any health. Second, you got a shock dart. Press G for that. Shoot it regular, or you can press right click and you can bounce it. You can bounce it up to 2 times. And the same goes for his H ability, which is his recon dart. You can just let it go right there, or you can make it bounce to get to a certain spot where you think it would bounce at.
Revealing area.
Pretty good. His ultimate, though, is really good. Goes through the whole entire map. Goes through walls. You get 3 shots. Takes 2 shots to kill 1 person with full health and shield. But yes, goes through the walls and everything. Alright, really nice. Easy clap, baby. And for his ultimate, what you would want to do is either throw your drone in there or your scan in there to see where they're exactly behind the walls, and then from behind the safety of your walls, just shoot your ultimate straight up through there. That's all you got to do. Get you some nice kills with him. Now, a lot of people don't really like him just because of his shock dart. It doesn't do anything, and granted, it doesn't really do a whole lot. But as long as you kind of focus on the person and try to anticipate where they're going to go, then the shock dart can be kind of useful, to be honest. And this is the only person that I've really gotten an ace in, and got it on tape at least, recording. This is the ace right here.
Flank out here, let me pull out my ghost.
And I was very surprised that I got the ace just because this play right here had 1 bullet in there, and I still got it.
That's for you. Come on, where's the last one? I see someone. Well, I need my ace. Give my ace. I'm coming for that.
I'll just let y'all watch it again.
I'm coming for it. No.
Burberries.
Again.
So yeah, that's Silva. Decent, very decent. That's why he's at number 2. One of the best heroes you can possibly play with, because of his scouting ability to get behind and find the location. The first place winner of the Valorant agents is Sage. It is Sage. And she's a very good best, I think, because of her support capabilities. Because she has the ability to throw a wall up that nobody can get through unless you really like concentrate your fire on it. But then they know your location of where you're coming in from. Also, she has her slow orbs, which are pretty decent as well. Throw them there. They go through. Like here, there we go. That's just slow. And it slows you down significantly so that you can't get really through at all, and make such a loud noise that again they know your location. And her H ability is really good. It heals herself with right click or one of your teammates with left click. And the good thing about this ability is it recharges. Her ultimate, she's able to raise one of your teammates up, and that is crucial in endgame situations. Crucial. So that ultimate I would save for one of the last games in the half or before. It's very nice. And now some clips with her. And here you're gonna see I get a 2 frag, but then I lose a lot of health. I'm on 2 HP. But guess what? I use her ability. Right click. Guess what health I'm going up to now? That's right, 100. Which is kinda cheesy if you ask me. Able to use it. And she can use her wall to get up to high places. So that when the people start peeking around the corner, they don't expect to look straight up. Right here, I get 2 because they're looking down. Very, very good hero, agent. And her ability to raise a dead teammate up is one of the best. It can literally change the tide of the game. When it's a 2v3 and you raise your teammate back up, guess what? It's a fair game now. It's a 3v3. So, Sage is #1 on my list for the best agents in Valorant because she's just such a support hero. Let's go back through and talk about all of the agents again. Okay, so we have Brimstone in last place. Now, why was Brimstone in last place again? Well, because of his abilities. His abilities are garbage. Besides his Sky Smoke. Sky Smoke is good, and his Orbital's alright. Number 6, we got Viper. Again, she's coming in very close to the bottom because of her abilities again. Her smokes, they don't do any healing for you, so it's useless. Number 5, Phoenix. He's a very balanced character. He does healing with his abilities, and also his flashes are quite useful in game situations. Number 4, we have Jet. Very, very balanced hero and agent, if you ask me. You use her abilities, and you combo with them to make the big plays. Number 3, we have Cypher. Keyword, defense. Cypher is a defensive master. He can lock points down and secure them with his tripwires. Number 2, we have Silva. I'll classify him as an attacker because he can use his drone, he can use his recon dart, and he can scan the area for enemies for the push. And coming in first place is Sage. The best Valorant agent is Sage, in my opinion, because of her support abilities, her ability to lock areas off, her ability to just heal herself is just so good. That's why she is the best Valorant agent, in my opinion. And that'll be it for you. This has been Custom J Sauce. We will see you on the next one. Peace.